The March developer feedback is here, bringing new information about skill lock, new VIP levels, and even T5 healing costs. So stick around in this video as we break down everything you need to know about what's coming to Rise of Kingdoms. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and we've got a ton of exciting stuff to talk about for this month's developer feedback. But before we begin, we've got to give a huge thank you to Infinite Galaxy for sponsoring this video. Let me show you the game real quick. In Infinite Galaxy, you explore the vastness of space to claim territory, battle fierce foes, and yes, take down other players. In this game, you'll be building a collection of flagships. You'll use those to wage war with your collection of war ships, whether it's the sprightly frigate, the mid-sized destroyer, or the massive cruisers. Your fleet will go head-to-head against opponents in space combat and in the campaign. But it wouldn't be much of a fleet without its crew. Your crew will help define and customize the way that your team works together as you build out the most amazing space station the galaxy has ever seen, building up and constructing things from your headquarters to your military center to make sure you're ready for the next encounter. Along the way, you'll do a ton of research, advancing your space station's capabilities in both situations against players and in situations that help you build up and get stronger. What happens next in this game? Well, my friends, it's entirely up to you. I have been playing this game obsessively for the last 2 months. I'm still loving it here, and in fact, we've grown as a family of alliances from 5 alliances up to 8. So we have been expanding quite a bit. We're in Nebula 13. Use the link in the description to download the game. That way the developers know I sent you. And a huge thank you again to the makers of Infinite Galaxy for sponsoring this video. The first question: what exactly is the design for the commander selection in the Mightiest Governor and Wheel of Fortune? Oh man, this is a great question. I've made 2 videos recently hypothesizing around what the new Mightiest Governor cycle is going to look like in Rise of Kingdoms once you've completed KVK Season 3, that is, and what the Wheel of Fortune will be. And what is the answer? This change came online with the most recent update, and many governors had a chance to give this new design a try. For those that have yet to experience this new change, don't worry. Okay, right. So if you're not yet in KVK Season 4 or beyond, you don't have any change at all for your Mightiest Governor or Wheel of Fortune. Kingdoms must finish Lost Kingdom, Light and Darkness in order to unlock the Commander of Choice for the Mightiest Governor and Wheel of Fortune. For kingdoms that unlocked the Commander of Choice, each cycle of Mightiest Governor or Wheel of Fortune will provide a set of commanders respectively. We think this will help alleviate the current commander discrepancy issue present in the Season of Conquest. Going forward, we'll continue to watch the impact of this change closely. I would, honestly, candidly, love if this section gave us a lot more detail around how this is going to work. There are a lot of players who feel like they were on the verge of getting meta commanders, Zenobia or Nebuchadnezzar, that are really powerful and really important, even Theodora, and now they're getting Saladin and Chandragupta. I guess what I'll say is that this would have been a really awesome opportunity to explain the logic behind which commanders players are seeing, and unfortunately, that logic will still be a mystery to us. Okay, next up, Tier 5 units are so expensive, I run out of resources after just a few battles. Yes, they are really expensive. Answer: we're very cautious about changes to the game mechanics such as resource costs, and for good reason. That's like the whole game economy. At the same time, in the new version of the Season Conquest, we've added some crystal technology which will reduce the cost of healing. Hey! Bravo, baby. Please let me use T5. The way that you could use T5 before as a spender in the Season of Conquest is that you had so much technology, like you were just wrecking everybody. So, like, you couldn't use T5 if you didn't max your tech, and you may as well use T5 if you did, but that obviously is not overly balanced, which is why they upheaved the whole system. And it sounds like now they've added more crystal technology, I hope, that reduces the cost of healing even further. That is fantastic. We'd all like to play the game. Fighting is a part of the game. And I get that to some extent, war is decided by which kingdom has more resources, which is kind of a weird thing. But yeah, I think extending the fighting is a good thing. I have to play with special effects turned off or the game will be too laggy. We've been working on a better simplified graphics. That is amazing. But we've encountered many difficulties along the way. It is difficult, for example, to convey all the information required to ensure an identical game experience through greatly simplified graphics. We're continuing to work on this to the best of our ability. At the same time, there are many other things like device memory and network stability, which could be causing lag. We will, as always, continue to optimize on all fronts. That's great news. I even need to use Simplify Graphics, and I use the latest gen of an iPad Pro. That thing is an absolute beast, powerhouse of a tablet. And, yeah, no, so there are times where I gotta simplify. So I'm glad to hear that they're looking at lag. I think that the game effects are cool, but I don't want game effects to interfere with my ability to actually fight. At the same time, there is actually meaningful information conveyed from the game effects and even the game sounds. So I get that component of that feedback. Look forward to seeing how that changes. Oh, here's a big one, baby. Why didn't the skill lock function you talked about in the last face-to-face come online with the update? Yeah, where's my skill lock, baby? This has to be one of the most commonly asked questions, by the way, in my live streams, in my Discord. We're still working on this new function. I would like to thank all governors for their patience. We'd also like to take this opportunity to share some details about the skill lock function. Ooh. Currently, the aim of the design is to allow governors to control which skills are leveled up without having to delay upgrading a commander's star level. This is very good, by the way. It's always made no sense to me that you get punished for starring up your commander too soon. That's like, I'm playing the game too well and you're punishing me. Do you see what I mean? Like, you should, leveling up a commander and starring up a commander to unlock skills, these should not be competing. Like, it should all be upside, right? It should all be upside. Currently, the aim of designing the function is to allow governors to control which skills are leveled up without having to delay upgrading commander's star level, but at the same time, to do so within reason. For example, once this function comes online, governors will not be able to distribute their skills in a 1-1-5-5 setup. The above is an update which is current as of this writing, but changes could still be made. Please see the announcement sent out when this function comes online for the most up-to-date details. So, I hear a couple things in here. One is that this is still very much under development, and they're not even sure exactly how it's going to work yet. I think at the earliest, we would see this maybe the middle of next month, but it sounds like, from what I'm seeing here, it's not quite so close. I would think it's like maybe the middle of the month after that, like mid-May, perhaps, or maybe early May. I mean, if they're still not sure how skill lock is going to work, they can't be that close to releasing it. And it takes time to go to the App Store and get approvals, depending on whether or not there's in-game stuff that is in the app that needs updating, or if it's just server side. Without getting too technical, that's I'm thinking next month is, if we're lucky, and the month after sounds more realistic at this point. When will we see VIP level 18? Ooh, I know some people that do not want to see VIP level 18, and that's basically everybody who does not have VIP level 17. We're working on a new VIP level. We're keeping an eye on the VIP level distribution among all governors, and we'll bring a new level online when the time is right. Okay, cool. Yeah, do that. Do it when the time is right. Set the mood and go at just the... Okay, I'm going to stop. Equipment with special talents is really hard to get from forging. Oh, you don't say. You don't say. Could the chance be too low? Could it, though? Could it be too low? We're currently working on a display that will show the probability of equipment forged with special talents so that governors can choose to allocate their materials accordingly. Thank goodness. It's like I said several times, I've never spent so much money on something where I literally have no clue how it works. Oh man. I smash the button and either I get a special talent or I don't, or is there more to it? But I know I've never spent like tens of thousands of dollars on bundles for equipment, just not knowing, like, I really don't know how that's going to work when I go for a special talent. So please show us anything. Probabilities is a good start. Thanks to the 5 legendary commander sculptures in the last update, can we expect future rewards to be this good? Please. We're currently planning to increase certain rewards to ensure that governors feel rewarded and excited about updating the latest version of the game. That said, we're not giving out 5 legendary commander sculptures every time. All right, so they're basically saying, like, hey, this last round, like, the only reason they would include this question would be to, you know, it's a little bit of like a, yo, we were really generous this last round, everybody. Let me get your expectations set correctly. And I'll be honest, I think something that's really important for Lilith to be doing is setting our expectations, right? Like, the whole reason there's hubbub right now, and I just use the word hubbub, about Mightiest Governor and Wheel of Fortune, is that the patch notes said you pick the commander, and they didn't say you pick from among a small number of options. You see what I mean? So it's all about setting the right expectation, and I'm glad, honestly, as silly as it sounds, that they're setting an expectation here. They're not giving out 5 legendary commander sculptures. Please set expectations for all the important stuff too, please. This has been another face-to-face with the developers. If you have any suggestions related to the topics we discussed today, we welcome all governors to let us know via the comments section or customer service. Thank you. Cool. You know, look, there's some really important stuff in here. VIP 18 confirmed it's coming, but we don't know when. Sounds like not soon. They're mentioning it because probably there were some leaks and people are speculating about VIP 18. But I think that if they're saying, yeah, we don't know when it's going to be, like, that could be, I would guess, no sooner than 3 to 6 months for VIP 18. I would guess a month to a month and a half for skill lock. But to be honest, I'm just guessing. If you got value from this video, do me a huge favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for daily Rise of Kingdoms guides, tips, tricks, and news as soon as it lands, like we did in today's video. And until next time, my friends, you have fun smashing the kingdom.